CBU Pennsylvania. And now the starting lineup for Stephen F. Austin. At guard, the 6'3" junior from Spokane, Washington, number 2, Tyler McClimate Hall. At guard, a 5'6" freshman from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, number 10, Jordan Harrison. At forward, the 6' junior from Fort Worth, Texas, number 11, Avery Brittingham. At guard, a 5'10" sophomore from Deer Creek, Oklahoma, number 20, Angel Scott. And a forward center, the 6'3" graduate from Lee Summit, Missouri, number 21, Iona Johnson. Head coach for the Lady Jacks is Mark Kellogg, assisted by Billy Bishop, Aaron Mills Reed, Shamissa Anderson, and Allison Ray.
And let's hoop it up, everybody, as the California Baptist women's basketball team back home tonight, taking on Stephen F. Austin in Western Athletic Conference play, live on ESPN+. My name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you tuning in tonight in a very important Western Athletic Conference game. The WAC is heating up, and these are two teams that have conference title aspirations this season. In fact, it's a matchup of the two most previous conference champs. Of course, CBU winning the WAC and the WAC postseason tournament in 2021, although not eligible then for the NCAA tournament. But the Lancers won it all in 2021, and SFA, your WAC champion last season. And this year, both teams figure to be in the mix for the WAC championship this year. Let's take a look at the Altura Credit Union starting lineups. We'll start for the visiting Lady Jacks. They'll run out like this for head coach Mark Kellogg, Tyler McClimate Call, Jordan Harrison, Avery Brittingham, Angel Scott, and Iona Johnson, 6'3" senior, holding down the post. Your Altura Credit Union starting lineup for your CBU Lancers. It's Dorcas Wu, Felipa Barros, Nene Calhoun, Trinity San Antonio back in the starting five. It's been a while. And Grace Schmidt up front, your Altura Credit Union starting lineup for California Baptist. Trinity San Antonio, is battling back from an injury. We saw the last 3 games and gradually getting more and more minutes. In fact, she played 26 minutes in the most previous game against Utah Valley. Went for 10 points, had 5 steals in that game. And now Trinity San Antonio back in the starting five for head coach Jared Olson. CBU in the home whites. Stephen F. Austin in the visiting purple uniforms. And here we go live from Riverside. The Lady Jacks come in at 12-3 overall, 2-1 in the WAC. CBU at 7-8 overall, but 3-1 in conference play, and coming on strong. San Antonio, the length of the floor, can't finish the lay-in. Schmidt, the offensive rebound, her putback no good. McClimate Call in San Antonio. San Antonio throws it off the Lady Jack, but she keeps it in play. That was McClimate Call. And the foul's going to be on number 12, Nene Calhoun. Take a look at the Jensen keys to the game in this one. How about the deep threat for CBU? And they're one of the top three-point shooting teams, at least in attempts per game, at 28 per game. They're going to need some three pointers to fall in this game and increase that deep threat. The down low on this game is the down low. Some great post players tonight, and Grace Schmidt. And of course, we just mentioned for SFA, their big-time post player. Well, actually got a couple of them, but Ayana Johnson leading the way down low. And that Lady Jack attack, this is one of the best shooting teams in the entire country. SFA comes in at 6th in the nation in field goal percentage at nearly 50%. They're 7th in three-point percentage, so it's a very good shooting team in Stephen F. Austin. That three off the mark for Dorcas Wu. Wu inside to Grace Schmidt, puts it up and in, and CBU opens up the scorebook 2-zip. Grace Schmidt coming off a career-high 28 against Utah Valley. And for the third time this year, she is your WAC Freshman of the Week. That one rattles home. And it's going to be Jordan Harrison evening the game at 2 apiece. Stephen F. Austin making their first trip to Riverside. Last year they did play once. It was in Texas. SFA won that ball game last year. Out of bounds, it'll be Lancer ball. Last year it was 79-62. Stephen F. Austin getting that win on their home floor. Now they're, again, making their first trip to Riverside. It'll be CBU ball from the sideline. Calhoun brings it across midcourt, or she's about to. Finally gets it across to Barros. Barros is going to drive in for a closer look. The drive and the kick out to San Antonio. She fakes. And we got a foul on SFA. It's going to be on number 20, Angel Scott. Lancer ball from the baseline. Calhoun into San Antonio. Puts it up. That one won't go for San Antonio. Out of bounds. And we'll stay right here with CBU. As we mentioned, San Antonio in the starting lineup for head coach Jared Olson tonight. She's played in the previous 3 games coming back from an injury. 3 games ago, she played 2 minutes. 2 games ago, she played 11. And in the most previous game, she played 26 minutes. You can see she gradually got back into the swing of things. And getting the starting nod tonight, that 3 for San Antonio does not fall. Scott from the wing, 3 a little bit long, going out of bounds, and Barros is going to scoop it up. Felipa Barros up the floor, trying to go coast to coast. No good. There's Schmidt. Has it knocked loose. Jump ball. It'll belong to California Baptist. Looks like they're going to clean up the floor just a little bit as SFA is going to use this opportunity to make a substitution. Destiny Lombard is at the scorer's table, and she finally checks in. She'll go in for Angel Scott. Calhoun, and are they going to get, oh, they do. They get McClimate call on the personal foul.
First personal, 17.
She got a little shoving match with San Antonio. Coach Kellogg obviously disagrees. San Antonio down low. Out to Schmidt. Drive, back out to San Antonio up top, trying to go right. Now she goes back inside to Schmidt. Puts it up and in. 2 more for Grace Schmidt. 4-2 Lancers. Grace Schmidt has all 4 so far for CBU. Foul's going to be on San Antonio.
That's her first team second.
Quick pass in, it's up, no good for Jordan Harrison, but she draws the foul. It's going to be on Nene Calhoun.
Team's third.
And here comes our first sub of the night for CBU. Calhoun's going to come out, and Brittany Clayman checks in.
At the line for the Lady Jacks.
And that's going to send, Avery Brittingham to the free throw line for Stephen F. Austin.
First is up and good.
Knocks down the first. Brittingham on the season, 70% from the line. Second free throw on the way, and she knocks down both. Ties the game at 4 apiece. San Antonio back to Clayman. A little bit of pressure here from Jordan Harrison. There's Lombard as well. Clayman over to Barros, over to San Antonio. She'll pull the trigger on the three, no good. Tapped around, out of bounds. It'll be Lady Jack's ball. 6:40 to go here in the first quarter. Tied at 4. Brittingham down low, double team, passes out of it to Lombard. Over to the wing, 3 is up and good for Jordan Harrison. And SFA takes the lead 7-4. Harrison's coming off a great game against Grand Canyon University, where she dropped 18 in the loss. The Lady Jacks coming up short against the Lopes, 74-70 the last time out. McClimate call for 3, a little bit long. Lancer ball. Brittingham trying to make a play and keep it in play. It'll be CBU from the baseline. 7-4, SFA on top. Drive it inside, the runner for San Antonio, but an offensive foul. And that's going to be 2 quick fouls here on Trinity San Antonio. Take another look. The charge as San Antonio is going to head to the bench. Checking in is going to be Chloe Webb. Webb comes in averaging close to 12 points per game. Down low to Brittingham. Good defense there by Schmidt, but taken away by the Lady Jacks. Lombard, the drive in the dish. The shot is up, no good for Ayana Johnson. But now Johnson will head to the free throw line for the Lady Jacks. Foul's going to be on Grace Schmidt. So a little bit of foul trouble, something to keep an eye on here for CBU early on in the first quarter with San Antonio and Calhoun on the bench with 2 personal fouls. Johnson hits the first free throw. Makes it 8-4 SFA. Kyla Deck is checked in for the Lady Jacks, and Johnson hits both. 9-4 SFA. Oh, and the steal. Johnson to the cup, and 2 more for Johnson. And now that lead is 11-4 for the Lady Jacks. They're on a 9-0 run right now to grab this 7-point lead. Clayman stops her dribble. There's Webb. Webb to Barros. Back out to Clayman. Barros on that far wing, trying to get it into the post, but taken away by Brittingham. And another foul on Grace Schmidt. So now Grace Schmidt has 2 personal fouls. So things kind of unraveling real quick for the Lancers here, at least in the foul department. Schmidt's going to head to the bench, and we're going to see Kinsley Barrington for the first time. They're wearing number 3 for the Lancers.
At the line for the Lady Jacks, number 11, Avery Brittingham.
So 3 of the 5 starters already in a little bit of foul trouble for California Baptist. Brittingham at the free throw line. Knocks down the first. There's Grace Schmidt coming off a career-high 28 against Utah Valley. Has all 4 of the Lancer points so far, but right now on the bench with 2 personal fouls as Brittingham knocks down both free throws. It's now 13-4 SFA. That one is up and good for the Lancers. Barrington Makes it 13-6. Deck, Lombard, now into the post to Johnson. Dorcas Wu came over to help, and traveling the call on Johnson. We got a timeout here in Riverside. Strong start for SFA. Lady Jacks lead 13-6 on ESPN+.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no cloud singing over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
And welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look at the Dutton Buick GMC impact players in this game. Grace Schmidt coming off that 28 career high against Utah Valley. She's got 4 quick points tonight, but she's on the bench right now with 2 personal fouls, as is Trinity San Antonio, the Lancers' leading scorer on the season. And starting tonight for head coach Jared Olson, so it's good to see Trinity back in the starting lineup, although, again, just like Schmidt, 2 early fouls putting her on the bench. For SFA, Ayanna Johnson, the team's leading scorer, and look at that field goal percentage at over 67%. This is a great shooting team across the board, and Johnson leading the way, and then Jordan Harrison, the team's leading scorer, at nearly 15 a game. Johnson with 4 points already, Harrison with 5. And SFA leads 13-6 here in the first quarter. Wu inside to Webb. Webb back out to Barros, Clayman. There's Wu. Into the mid-post to Barrington. She finds Barros in the corner. There's Webb driving inside. The reverse won't go for Webb. Rebound Brittingham. Lombard drives inside, circles around Clayman, finds Deck. Out for 3, it won't go. Rebound Clayman. Brittany Clayman's gonna push it across midcourt over to Dorcas Wu. Thought about a 3, drives inside, the drive in the dish to Barrington. Her shot won't go. Trying to clean up the mess.
Foul call against Lancer, number 3.
Oh, the foul's gonna be on Barrington. You can hear Coach Jared Olson saying that's a jump ball, right? The foul's going to be on Kinsley Barrington, her first. Brittingham heads to the bench for the Lady Jacks, and checking in for the first time tonight, Kirsten Harden. Great post player coming from off the bench, the 6'3" junior, averaging close to 11 points per game. So we mentioned the down low on this game. Is there some great down low post play tonight? With Grace Schmidt for the Lancers, you got Harden here, who just checked into the game, and of course Ayanna Johnson for SFA. Lombard hits the second now, 15-6 for the Lady Jacks. A 13-2 run now for Stephen F. Austin. Webb out to Wu. Clayman. Barros back up top to Clayman, to her left to Wu. The Lancers trying to find an open look. 10 on the shot clock. That one taken away by the Lady Jacks. CBU just struggling to find a good look at the rim. Down low to Johnson. And Wu got a hand on it. Good defense there by the Lancers. Barrington up ahead to Webb, but taken away by the Lady Jacks. Deck. Johnson blocked by Dorcas Wu. Wu up the floor, but her pass picked off by Harden. But I think we got a whistle before that pass. Oh, it's going to be a foul called on Destiny Lombard, but Dorcas Wu. Check out the play. It looked like it might be an easy layup for Johnson. Not tonight. Wu got a hand on it. Saved an easy 2 points. CBU making a substitution here as Nene Calhoun checks back in, despite the 2 personal fouls. Foul's going to be on Kirsten Harden. It'll be Lancer ball from the sideline. Wu will hustle over and she'll take it. Wu calling for some help. There's Felipa Barros. Barros into the high post to Barrington. Left-handed shot, no good. Rebound Harrison. Harrison pushes it up. Plays it back out to Lombard. Up top to Johnson. Into the post to Harden. Spins to her left. Ball slips out of her hands. Now taken away by Calhoun. Calhoun in transition to Clayman running the floor. Back out to Wu. Wu for 3, and it's good. Dorcas Wu hits the first 3 of the night for CBU. It's now 15-9. SFA still up by 6, despite missing 6 of their last 7 shots. And Lady Jacks stepping out of bounds. Ball goes back to the Lancers with 2.5 to play here in the first quarter. Angel Scott's going to check back in for SFA, replacing number 12, Kyla Deck.
Number 20, Angel Scott.
Calhoun to Barros, up ahead to Clayman. Calhoun, Clayman on the wing, inside to Wu. Opposite wing, now up top. Calhoun's gonna drive, finds Barrington on the outside for 3, that one's good! Back-to-back 3s for the Lancers, it's heating up as Barrington buries it. It's the Lancers within 3. It's now a 15-12 game. A mild 6-0 run here for the Lancers after back-to-back 3s from Wu and Barrington, and a steal by Dorcas Wu. Calhoun, Barrington, the spin move, but can't finish. Johnson shot no good. Hard in the follow-up, got tangled up with Wu and Barrington, so the Lancers doing some good job playing defense on the interior. There's Wu for 3. That one rattles out. Back and forth we go, kind of a furious sequence here, up and down the floor for both teams. Putting up shots, playing hard defense, steals, fouls. And speaking of, there's another whistle, and that foul is going to be on Nene Calhoun. That is now 3 personal fouls, and we are not even out of the first quarter. Calhoun heads to the bench. Chloe Webb is back for CBU. McClimate Call checking back in for SFA. She's in for Harrison. Johnson at the free throw line with 1:19 on the clock. 78% on the season from the line, but misses the first. One more for Ayanna Johnson. Second one is good. 16-12, Stephen F. Austin. Johnson will head to the bench as Brittingham checks back in. Sheila Finau checking in for CBU for the first time tonight. The pass up ahead to Barrington, just a little too far in front of her, goes out of bounds. Ball goes back to Stephen F. Austin. SFA's missed 8 of their last 9 shots, but they still have a 4-point lead here in the opening frame. Brittingham. Over to the corner to Scott, now down low. Good defense again as Harden was trying to go up with it. Harden again, it's stripped by Barrington. Oh, there's Scott the steal, so Barrington had the steal. And momentarily, looked like the Lancers were going to be pushing it up the floor, but the steal by Scott and the bucket makes it 18-12. The Lancers nearly throwing it away there. And the foul on Scott. 38 seconds to go here. Scott comes out and Deck is back in. And Brittany Clayman heads to the free throw line for CBU. First one for Clayman is off the back of the iron, no good. One more on the way. Lancers down by 6 as Clayman connects, making it 18-13. 35 seconds to go here in the first. Deck. Harden back to Deck. Defended by Finau. There's Lombard. The climate call from around the free throw line. Stops her dribble, plays it into the post to Harden. 10 on the shot clock. Back out for 3. No good. Rebound Barrington. The Lancers will get another crack at it here in the first quarter. Clayman finds her spot at the three-point line. Bouncing around. It is not going for Clayman, but good hustle play by Webb. Back out to Clayman for another 3. That one is good. Big-time 3 by Brittany Clayman. But kudos to Chloe Webb for keeping that play alive and giving Clayman a second shot. Take another look as we round out the first quarter. It's 18-16, SFA on top on ESPN+.
Conventional wisdom says breakfast is the most important meal. But at Provider Food Services, we believe that every meal you enjoy with us is the most important meal. Voted number 1, this ideal drives us to bring you curated, chef-driven cuisine and composed meal experiences every single time. Whether you're dining with us or partnering with us, we want to give you the best and safest experience. So in these busiest of days, let's always enjoy the most important meal.
Doctors who care for you and about you. It's the Riverside Medical Clinic way. We're physician-owned. That means medicine is always practiced in a way that benefits the patient first. Incredible care is waiting at one of our 7 locations near you. Come feel the difference. We are Riverside Medical Clinic.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no cloud singing over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
And before we start the second quarter, let's root for the credit union that roots for you. Altura Credit Union, proud sponsor of CBU Athletics and presenter of the Athlete of the Week. Our athletes of the week are from CBU Men's Diving, Evan Honer, and CBU Women's Swim, Faith Brazil. Congratulations to Evan and Faith, the Altura Credit Union Athletes of the Week. Here we go to start of the second quarter. Lady Jacks up by 2, 18-16. That three short. Brittingham trying to get the follow-up, and she is fouled. Foul's going to be on Wu, her first personal foul. So coming out of that timeout, you're 5 on the floor right now for head coach Jared Olson. It's Wu, Schmidt, Webb, Clayman, and Finau. Brittingham hits the first. Right now, the Lady Jacks, 10 of 11 from the free throw line to start this game. More than half their points have come from the line. That one's missed by the Jacks. It'll be Lancer ball. Clayman defended by Deck. Into the high post to Schmidt, going left. Schmidt still going left, has it poked loose by Harden. Deck up the floor for the Lady Jacks. McClimate call. Brittingham faces the basket. Her pass to Lombard, bounces into the Lancer bench. Ball goes back to California Baptist. SFA, one of the top shooting teams in the entire country. Right now, just 22% from the floor, 4 of 18. But yet they have the lead right now, 19-16. Webb at the free throw line, back out to Clayman. Fakes left, now finally goes to her right into the corner. Uh-oh, that's gonna be another foul on Grace Schmidt. 3 personal fouls. Schmidt out, and here comes Barrington. Take another look, the pass to Schmidt. Kind of shoved off with the forearm on McClimate call. And now it's going to be Schmidt with 3 personal fouls and Nene Calhoun with 3 personal fouls, both on the bench. In fact, we might not see them again until the second half. Brittingham cutting back door, Lombard. Into the mid post to Harden, double teamed, but there's an open Brittingham. Barrington slides over and fouls Brittingham. Second personal foul on Barrington. Barros and San Antonio are back. Finau and Webb head to the bench for the Lancers. Brittingham back at the free throw line. 5 points in this game, all from the line. 5 of 6 from the stripe so far for Brittingham. And the first is good. Pushes that Lady Jacks lead to 20-16. One more coming up for Brittingham. And the second off the mark, a rebound Wu. Clayman to Barros on the wing, back to Clayman. The Lancers 6 of 20 from the floor right now. SFA 4 of 18. A lot of fouls in this one. It's going to be on Avery Brittingham.
First team foul.
And Kinsley Barrington goes to the free throw line. Oh, they're going to say it was a non-shooting foul. Wait, Coach Olson with his hands on his head. So that's a shooting foul. Apparently not. Coach Olson can't believe it. It is Lancer ball, and they'll have it from the baseline, but no free throws coming up right now. Clayman at the baseline to take the pass. And another quick whistle. Another one on Brittingham. So 2 quick fouls on Brittingham, and she's going to come out of the game, and Ayanna Johnson is back for SFA. 8:17 to go here in the second quarter. Clayman into San Antonio. Puts it up off the back of the iron, no good. Remember, San Antonio's got 2 personal fouls. McClimate call. Drives in around the elbow. Pass inside to Johnson. Johnson to Harden. Up and in. Nice passing, especially on the interior for SFA. 22-16, Lady Jacks. Clayman to San Antonio. Driving inside, the drive to kick out to Wu. The Lancers are 3 of 8 from the outside. Barrington the left, tough shot, won't go. Deck takes it to the wing, taken away by Barros. Barros all alone though, waiting for some help. There's Barrington, spots up for 3, top of the arc. A little bit long, no good. And another foul on Stephen F. Austin. It'll be on McClimate call. Harrison is back for the Lady Jacks. And McClimate call heads to the bench. There's Harrison. Averaging just over 11 points per game on the season for SFA. Clayman for 3, no good. Barros comes out with it. We'll stay right here with the Lancers. Wu to Barros. 10 on the shot clock. Wu tries the very deep 3, does not matter. From way downtown, it's Dorcas Wu. Her second 3 of the game. She leads the team in 3s this season, and she already has 2 in this one. 22-19. Down low, it's good for Harden. I told you when Kirsten Harden checked into the game off the bench, she was another great post player here for the Lady Jacks. Off the turnover, Lady Jacks with the ball again, and traveling the call on Kyla Deck. SFA up by 5. Leading the way, Jordan Harrison has 7. Avery Brittingham with 6 for the Lady Jacks. That shot won't go for San Antonio. San Antonio right now 0 for 6 from the floor, trying to get her first points in this game. And an offensive foul called on SFA.
Foul calling against Lady Jack number 24, Kirsten Harden.
It's going to be on Kirsten Harden. Substitution for the Lady Jacks. Zoe Nelson in for the first time tonight, as is Brianna Scott.
Also Brianna Scott, number 23.
24-19. The Lancers have not led since it was a 4-2 game very early in the first quarter, obviously. Clayman to San Antonio on the wing, into the mid-post, turnaround, Wu. No good. Rebound Scott. Harrison drives inside, scoop shot won't go, rebound Barrington. Up ahead to San Antonio in transition to Wu, spots up on the wing for 3. No good. Put back Barrington goes up and gets it. And the follow-up is all good for Kinsley Barrington. Makes it 24-21. Barrington now the leading scorer for the Lancers. She's got 7. On the other end, though, a personal foul on Barrington. Now she's got 3. Substitution, Barrington's going to come out with those 3 personal fouls. And for the first time tonight, Georgia Kehoe is in.
In for the Lancers, number 11, Georgia Kehoe. At the line for Lady Jacks, number 21, Ayana Johnson.
SFA also making a move. Avery Van Sickle checks in. First free throw for Johnson off the mark. One more coming up. So head coach Jared Olson having to be very creative with his lineup, with 3 different players with 3 personal fouls. Schmidt, Calhoun, and now Barrington. We thought Barrington was going to be the answer with Schmidt with 3 personal fouls, and now she finds herself on the bench. After a great start, Barrington with 7 points and 5 rebounds in 9 minutes from off the bench. And San Antonio at the free throw line for CBU, trying to get her first points of this game. First one for San Antonio, rattles home. Last time out against Utah Valley, San Antonio had 10 points, 5 steals in 26 minutes on the floor. That was from off the bench, getting the start tonight. Second one, no good. 25-22. Harrison, short, battle for the board, San Antonio. San Antonio over to Clayman. She's left open, so she'll try the 3. Do not try, just do, and she does. Buries the 3, and it ties the game at 25. Clayman with the 3 into the Lancers, now 5 of 13 from long range. Scott, her 3 won't go. Rebound Kehoe. Clayman has it. Over to Wu. The Lancers trying to get their first lead since a 4-2 ball game. Barros has it, 5 on the shot clock. She'll have to go to work here. Barros for 3, hits the rim, no good. Rebound Nilsson. Harrison drives inside, no whistle. Oh, there it is, a little bit late, but there was the whistle, and the foul's going to be on Felipa Barros. So we're gonna take a break here in Riverside, but the Lancers chipping away at that SFA lead. We are tied at 25. We'll be back on ESPN+.
Congratulations.
Conventional wisdom says breakfast is the most important meal. But at Provider Food Services, we believe that every meal you enjoy with us is the most important meal. Voted number 1, this ideal drives us to bring you curated, chef-driven cuisine and composed meal experiences every single time. Whether you're dining with us or partnering with us, we want to give you the best and safest experience. So in these busiest of days, let's always enjoy the most important meal.
Doctors who care for you and about you. It's the Riverside Medical Clinic way. We're physician-owned. That means medicine is always practiced in a way that benefits the patient first. Incredible care is waiting at one of our 7 locations near you. Come feel the difference. We are Riverside Medical Clinic.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling, trusted in Riverside since 1951.
And welcome back to the CBU Event Center. All tied up 25-25 between Stephen F. Austin and California Baptist. Good one shaping up here despite a lot of foul trouble right now for CBU. Grace Schmidt, Nene Calhoun, and Kinsley Barrington all with 3 personal fouls. Let's take a look at the WAC standings. Right now coming into tonight, Southern Utah all alone atop the standings at 4-0. But just one game back, California Baptist at 3-1, SFA at 2-1. So trying to close the gap on Southern Utah. Grand Canyon also at 3-1, as is New Mexico State. So that's the company near the top of the WAC basketball standings right now. CBU certainly in the mix, as are the Lady Jacks. Back to live action. Harrison's at the free throw line for SFA. Trying to give them the lead once more. They've led for most of the first half. First one is good for Harrison. She's now up to 8 in this game. Second one for Harrison, also good. 27-25, Stephen F. Austin. Barros up ahead to San Antonio. Clayman, San Antonio, there's Wu. On that far wing, that's Clayman. Into the high post of San Antonio, faces up on the basket, puts it in drive. The shot is up, no good. Follow-up for San Antonio is good. Ties the game at 27. And that's the first field goal of the game for San Antonio. Started 0 for 7 from the floor, finally gets the bucket. She's got 3 now in this game. Tied at 27. Van Sickle 3, no. Rebound Wu. Clayman up ahead to Barros, running the floor. Kehoe with the left. That one won't go. Harrison up the floor for SFA. Harrison to Johnson, stripped loose by the Lancers. Wu for 3, it's good. Dorcas Wu again drops the 3 ball, and the Lancers are back in front, 30-27. CBU 6 of 15 from deep right now. They put up a lot of three-point attempts, and tonight they're getting them to fall. SFA answers with a 3 of their own. That's Avery Van Sickle. Ties the game at 30. Wu over to Barros. She'll put up the 3. That one's no good. Tipped by San Antonio. Can she get there in time? She does, but she's out of bounds, and the ball goes back to the Lady Jacks with 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Stephen F. Austin shooting just 28% from the floor. CBU 31%, although the Lancers have taken 11 more shots than SFA. San Antonio trying to get there in time, almost had the steal. We've gotten used to that. Trinity San Antonio, ferocious on the defensive end. SFA with it. Van Sickle, who just hit a 3 moments ago for the Lady Jacks. Johnson around the free throw line. Back out to Harrison. Her pass bounces into the scorer's table. Another turnover on the Lady Jacks. That's 12 here in the first half. CBU with a chance to reclaim the lead inside the final 90 seconds of the first half. San Antonio for 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound Harrison. Jordan Harrison to Van Sickle, short. Out to Wu. The pass, San Antonio to Kehoe. There is a whistle on the play. It's gonna go against the Lady Jacks. The officials talking it over. Oh, the basket is good. That's what they were discussing. The foul's going to be on Johnson. So 32-30, Coach Kellogg talking to one of the officials right now, trying to get an explanation. Take a look, San Antonio with the great pass to Georgia Kehoe. In fact, they're still talking about it right now, but right now the scoreboards have been updated. The bucket will count for the Lancers, so the basket is good. And San Antonio, I think, is going to get 2 free throws. This could be a 4-point swing right now for the Lancers. Coach Kellogg still talking to the officials. Trinity San Antonio patiently waiting at the free throw line for CBU. Lancers currently up by 2 with just over a minute to play. And hold on, everybody. Now the officials going back to the scorer's table, presumably to look at what just transpired here. San Antonio with a great dish to Georgia Kehoe to set up the bucket. So the bucket counted. And they're going to say San Antonio was fouled as well. They put her at the free throw line. And that did not sit well with head coach Mark Kellogg of SFA. So take another look at it. There's San Antonio going inside. The pass to Kehoe. And that's what they are reviewing right now. It's another look, another great angle. I was trying to eavesdrop a little bit, hear what was going on down here. As they're going to take their time. Right now, we can tell you that Dorcas Wu's got 9 points to lead CBU. All of her points coming off 3-pointers, 3 of 6 right now from beyond the arc for Dorcas Wu. Brittany Clayman has added 7, and Kinsley Barrington also with 7 to lead the way for the Lancers. Meanwhile, for Stephen F. Austin, Jordan Harrison's got 9. Yana Johnson with 6, and Avery Brittingham also with 6 to pace their scoring. Now on the season, Stephen F. Austin, one of the top shooting teams in the country. They come in at about 49% from the floor. Right now, though, just 26%. 26.9 to be exact, just 7 of 26 here in the first half. I think they're close. Now they're going to call over the 2 head coaches. Coach Kellogg making his way over, and here comes Coach Olson as well to get the explanation. As of right now, the points are still on the scoreboard for Georgia Kehoe. But as we last left it, San Antonio was at the free throw line. Let's see if that stands up. This is the perfect opportunity to give a quick shout out to SID Daniel Cook. So here's what the confusion was about. So Georgia Kehoe scored the basket, but they said the foul was on San Antonio, but the foul was committed as she was making the pass to Kehoe. So what they're gonna do is wave off the basket. They took the points off the scoreboard, but the foul was committed, so San Antonio is at the free throw line. So actually not too complicated once we sorted it all out. 2 shots for San Antonio with 1:07 to play here in the second quarter. San Antonio hits the first. So for the moment, Lancers back on top, 31-30. Trying to take a lead into the locker room. One more coming up for San Antonio. And the second is also good. Knocks down both. Chloe Webb re-enters the game for San Antonio. So Stephen F. Austin gets the basketball back, looking up at the board, trailing by 2. Harrison backs it out near the wing, back up top to Lombard. Harrison stops her dribble over to Johnson. Into Kehoe, and an offensive foul called on Ayanna Johnson. Credit to Georgia Kehoe, standing her ground and then took the contact. There was Johnson backing into her. Offensive foul, so 49 seconds to go, Lancer ball. Barros up ahead to Clayman, to Webb, back to Clayman. Over to Dorcas Wu, she's got 9 points to lead the way for CBU. Barros down low to Kehoe, left hand up and good. The first real basket for Georgia Kehoe as they waved off that other one. 34-30 CBU. Georgia Kehoe seeing some significant minutes here with Schmidt and Barrington on the bench. Lancers up by 4, final 10 seconds of the second quarter. Harrison. Johnson spins to her right, puts it up, rebound Kehoe, and that'll do it. California Baptist grabs the lead, and they hold on here late in the second quarter, so they take the lead into the locker room. Georgia Kehoe helping the Lancers grab a 34-30 lead at the break. We'll take a break as well. When we come back, we'll have your Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half. Lancers up by 4 on ESPN+.
Like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no cloud hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling, trusted in Riverside since 1951.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process, you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
And welcome back to the CBU Event Center, where the Lancers lead by a score of 34-30 in a matchup featuring the 2 previous conference champions here on ESPN+. Right now, Dorcas Wu with 9 points to lead CBU, and they've been getting it done from deep. Right now, as a team, 6 of 17 from beyond the arc. And on the flip side for SFA, one of the top shooting teams in the entire country, but right now just 26% from the floor. They are 7 of 27. That's really the difference in this ball game. Let's take a look at the Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half. Chloe Webb finds Brittany Clayman, and she hits the three from the outside. Chloe Webb with a great hustle play to set up Clayman with another three-point opportunity, and she would make the most of it. And that's the Magnolia Heating and Cooling hot play of the first half. Chloe Webb to Brittany Clayman from downtown. Brittany Clayman with 7 points in this game, including 2 3-pointers. CBU leading 34-30 here at the break. We will take another break as well on ESPN Plus. When we come back, we've got your Pepsi halftime highlights and stats. CBU up by 4.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling, trusted in Riverside since 1951.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no cloud singing over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
And welcome back to the CBU Event Center, where the Lancers lead at halftime against Stephen F. Austin by a score of 34-30. Despite a lot of foul trouble for CBU, they've got the lead at the break. Let's take a look at the Pepsi halftime highlights in this one, as CBU was able to storm back in the second quarter as they outscored the Lady Jacks 18-12. Bucket there, and then inside, Grace Schmidt doing Grace Schmidt things, coming off that career-high 28 against Utah Valley. Schmidt, she's got 4 in this game despite the foul trouble. Kinsley Barrington, and then going inside, Dorcas Wu playing that defense. And how about Dorcas Wu from the outside? A little D, a little 3 as she hits from beyond the arc. She's got 9 in the game, including 3 3-pointers. Barrington buries it from the outside. 6 of 17 from long range as a team. Brittany Clayman puts up the 3, and it's all good. And then Wu, that one's from deep. Did not matter as Dorcas Wu hits that 3, and then Barrington, look at a nice putback there by Kinsley Barrington. She's got 7 despite the foul trouble, and then Clayman from the outside. She's got a couple 3-pointers as well. That one won't go. The follow-up is good for Trinity San Antonio, getting her back into the mix. She's got 5 points, and then the bucket there for Georgia Kehoe, and that helps spark the Lancers to a 34-30 lead here at halftime. Here's your Pepsi halftime stats. And maybe the most staggering is SFA, the field goal percentage. They came in 6th in the nation at 49% per game. Right now, just 25% from the floor. The Lancers at 31%. CBU winning the battle in the rebounding department, 25-24, despite having a couple post players in foul trouble. The assist, hey, the Lancers doing a good job of finding the open player. 11 assists for the Lancers, 6 for the Lady Jacks. 3-point field goals, the Lancers 6 of 17, SFA 2 of 11, and points in the paint also favoring California Baptist 12 to 8. Those are your Pepsi halftime stats. We'll take another quick timeout here in Riverside. When we come back, we'll take a look at this week in Lancer Athletics. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Conventional wisdom says breakfast is the most important meal. But at Provider Food Services, we believe that every meal you enjoy with us is the most important meal. Voted number 1, this ideal drives us to bring you curated, chef-driven cuisine and composed meal experiences every single time. Whether you're dining with us or partnering with us, we want to give you the best and safest experience. So in these busiest of days, let's always enjoy the most important meal.
When your heating and air conditioning system stops working, how do you know who to call? Call one of those big corporations and you're just a number. But at Magnolia Heating and Cooling, we treat everyone like family. That's because we're family owned and based here in Riverside. Your neighbors trust Magnolia Heating and Cooling, and we've earned a great reputation over the years. Call to experience the Magnolia difference.
For any heating and cooling repair, call 1-800-2-GET-AIR.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
Still halftime here at CBU, where the Lancers hold a 4-point lead at the break. There is Grace Schmidt, and that's a perfect segue into our This Week in Lancer Athletics. Congratulations going out to Grace Schmidt, our WAC Freshman of the Week, for a third time. Yes, she's had a great season so far and being honored by the WAC for the third time. And how about some men's and women's swim and dive, picking up some big victories against the University of Incarnate Word, the University of San Diego, and LMU, Loyola Marymount University. So the Lancers getting it done in the pool. And men's basketball, big game coming up on Saturday night against rival Grand Canyon University. Lancers and Lopes. We'll see if the CBU men can bounce back after a heartbreaking loss against first place Utah Valley on Wednesday night. That's your This Week in Lancer Athletics. And for the CBU women, let's take a look at the provider schedule look ahead. They will be back home a week from tonight as Seattle University comes to town. Then it's going to be Grand Canyon University. Again, it's always fun when GCU and CBU get together. That's on January 21st, a Saturday matinee. Then CBU goes on the road to Texas, the University of Texas Arlington, and then they'll see the Lady Jacks again on January 28th. And then back home in February, on February 2nd to be exact, as they take on New Mexico State. That's the provider schedule look ahead for CBU. Another quick break here in Riverside. When we come back, it'll be time for the third quarter on ESPN+.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no cloud hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
And welcome back to Riverside as we are returning just in time for the start of the third quarter here. Lancers lead 34-30, and they will open up with the basketball in the home whites. Nene Calhoun has it for CBU. Dorcas Wu back up to Calhoun. Defended by Harrison. Grace Schmidt calls for the basketball around the free throw line. Back out to Trinity San Antonio. That one's short. Rebound, McClimate call. Lancers outscored SFA 18-12 in the second frame to grab that lead here at the break. Brittingham has it knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Lancers will stay right here with SFA. From the baseline, Harrison. Brittingham back out to McClimate call, going back down low to Johnson. Harrison on the wing, left alone, so she'll try the three off the back of the iron. San Antonio driving, spinning, puts it up. Rebound, Brittingham. Angel Scott on the far wing, now into the mid-post to Johnson. Left-handed shot is good. Fights her way through the defense. And the Lady Jacks strike first here in the second half. 34-32 here in the third quarter. San Antonio. Calhoun. Drive it inside, it's still Calhoun. Plays it out to Barros. Three-pointer, no good. SFA with the basketball, trailing by a bucket. McClimate call, trying to give her team the lead. Short. Follow-up, Brittingham, that one's no good. Another follow-up, that's also no good. Back-to-back offensive rebounds. And finally the foul. It's gonna be on Dorcas Wu, her second personal foul. Avery Brittingham, the 6-foot junior out of Fort Worth, Texas, battling on the glass, not giving up. And now she finds herself on the free throw line. First one for Brittingham. No good. Brittingham leads the way for SFA in just terms of getting to the free throw line. Already 9 free throw attempts in this game. The second is good. Gets the Lady Jacks within 1. Back out to San Antonio. Oh, there's an offensive foul on San Antonio. Now she has 3, and she will promptly come out of the game. There is San Antonio, 5 points in this game, just 1 of 11 from the floor, which is very uncharacteristic of Trinity San Antonio. And now 3 personal fouls. We'll talk more about the foul situation in a moment, but there's 4 different Lancers with 3 fouls right now. Harrison has the ball scoot out of bounds. Ball goes back to CBU. Let's take a look at the Jensen second half changes in this one, and that CBU foul trouble we just alluded to. Barrington, Schmidt, San Antonio, and Calhoun all with 3 personal fouls, and all of those are very important players as Calhoun's 3 is off the mark. Rebound McClimate call. Also free points. SFA has 33 points in this game, 15 of those, almost half, coming from the free throw line. And finally, 3 and D. It boils down to 3-pointers and defense for CBU in this game, holding SFA to 25% shooting. Meanwhile, they've already made 6 3-pointers. They've attempted 20 in this game. CBU on average attempts 28 threes in a game. They're gonna blow past that number shortly. Johnson at the line for the Lady Jacks, and those are your Jensen second half changes. First free throw, no good. As a team, Stephen F. Austin, 21 free throws already in this game. Second one is good. We're tied at 34. And the steal, Scott from the wing, 3 is good, and SFA grabs the lead. 37-34 Lady Jacks. Scott with a big-time 3. That's only the 3rd 3-pointer in the game for SFA. They are 3 of 14 from long range, but that was a big one from Angel Scott. Out of bounds. Still CBU ball. 7:06 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 37-34. Stephen F. Austin. Calhoun going right at Johnson. Now throws it back out to Wu. 3 on the shot clock. Clayman heaves it up from deep. Does not hit the iron. Shot clock violation. Ball goes back to SFA. It'll be Lady Jacks ball from the baseline. SFA here in the 3rd quarter on a 7-0 run to grab the lead. It was 34-30 at halftime. The CBU in front. That one's no good, rebound Wu. So 7 straight points for the Lady Jacks, giving them the lead here in the 3rd quarter. Clayman drives inside. There's Barros. Now she'll go in for a closer look. Hangs in the air. Shot no good. Tipped around. McClimate Call has it for the Lady Jacks. Scott from the wing. Harrison into the high post. Brittingham going left, right at Wu, trying to draw the foul. She does not. It's a 5-on-4. In transition, Calhoun laying no. Follow-up, Schmidt is good. It appears they will count the basket and the foul as Grace Schmidt will head to the free throw line. Foul's gonna be on Jordan Harrison. Trinity San Antonio and Kinsley Barrington check in for the Lancers. Barros and Wu head to the bench. And Grace Schmidt at the free throw line. Looking to complete the 3-point play and tie the game. She does not. Brittingham the big rebound. Scott tightly defended by San Antonio. Into the mid-post to Johnson. Spins right, double teamed. Her pass out of bounds, and another turnover by SFA. Their 15th of the game. Lancer ball. Pressure here by Harrison. The pass up ahead. That one thrown away by the Lancers. They have 14 turnovers in this game. Scott looking for her shot. Hit a big three moments ago. A climate call. Brittingham up top to Johnson. There's Scott for three. No good. Battle for the rebound. Tipped out of bounds and off the fingers of San Antonio. It'll be Stephen F. Austin ball from the baseline. Harrison. Her pass to McClimate call, tipped out of bounds by San Antonio. With 5:19 to go here in the third quarter. McClimate call will inbound from the sideline. 37-36, the Lady Jacks up by one. Johnson, double team, puts up the shot, got it to go. Over the double team of Schmidt and Barrington. Tough basket there by Johnson. She's now up to 9 points in this game. We do not have a player from either team to reach double figures right now in terms of scoring, but Harrison and Johnson both have 9 for the Lady Jacks. Wu has 9 for CBU. That'll take us into a timeout here in Riverside. Stephen F. Austin starting the third quarter out hot. They've got the lead 39-36. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Moreno Valley, California, and I've been with Altura Credit Union since 2017. Family time is extremely important. Being able to just pull my phone out and just go right on the app while the kids are over there doing whatever they're doing, I'm able to just go on the app really quick, transfer money, or check my account, see if my deposits went through right away. With my Ascend checking account, I'm also able to check my credit score. I don't ever have to worry about anything in my bank account. Did I mention it was free?
Doctors who care for you and about you. It's the Riverside Medical Clinic way. We're physician-owned. That means medicine is always practiced in a way that benefits the patient first. Incredible care is waiting at one of our 7 locations near you. Come feel the difference. We are Riverside Medical Clinic.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no clouds hanging over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life gonna
Introducing
start today.
bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Welcome back to Riverside, 39-36. SFA in front by 3. Dorcas Wu, she's got 9 points in this game. 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals. A complete effort by Dorcas Wu. And they'll need her here in the second half. Barrington's shot is good. Kinsley Barrington checks in and gets the big-time bucket to get the Lancers back within 1, 39-38. Barrington's now up to 9 points, joining Wu for the team lead. Johnson back out to Scott for 3. No good. Who's going to come down with the rebound? It's Brittingham. The follow also no good, and Brittingham comes out with it. She is relentless, especially on the offensive glass. McClimate call. Defended by San Antonio. 3 on the shot clock. Scott has it, puts it up in time. It does hit the rim. And taken away by Harrison, out of bounds. And it'll be SFA ball. Good defense there by the Lancers. SFA from the baseline. Tipped away by Barrington. Clayman. Barrington running the floor. Left hand is good. Lancers take the lead as Kinsley Barrington streaking down the court and gets two. 40-39 CBU. Barrington with 11 points and 5 rebounds. Johnson spins out of that double team. Can't finish. Scott to her left, a McClimate call. Now back into the post. Inside out. There's Harrison on the outside. And Jordan Harrison dials up from distance. That's her second three of the game. Now she's got a dozen. And the Lady Jacks are back in front, 42-40. Grace Schmidt, steal by SFA as they poke the ball loose. Johnson brings it up the floor, hands it off to McClimate Call. McClimate Call. There's Johnson on the wing. Now she's gonna go back into the paint. First, she's gonna set the pick for Harrison. Back outside to Scott on the wing. Down low, Brittingham defended by Barrington. Good defense by Barrington, but they're gonna get her for a foul. And that's gonna be 4 personal fouls on Barrington, which is a shame. She's having a great game. Substitutions here. Wu is back. And Deck is in for McClimate Call. So Kinsley Barrington heads out. Dorcas Wu is back in as we keep an eye on the foul situation right now for the Lancers. Barrington with 4. Schmidt, San Antonio, and Calhoun with 3. Brittingham at the free throw line for SFA. She is 7 of 10 from the free throw line. She's got 7 points in this game, all from the line. Misses the first. Now 7 of 11. Second free throw for Brittingham. Taking her time, lets it loose and hits. Substitution, Sela Finau is in for the Lancers for, looks like Brittany Clayman. Clayman with a solid effort tonight, 7 points, 4 assists for Brittany Clayman. 43-40, SFA. San Antonio to Wu, back out to Calhoun. Couple dribbles and goes back to San Antonio on the opposite side. San Antonio dribbles inside and another steal. Brittingham, there's Johnson, gets behind her defender and an easy bucket there for Ayanna Johnson. Makes it 45-40. San Antonio driving inside. Back out to Wu. There's Calhoun. The drive and the scoop shot trying to draw the foul. She did not, no whistle on the play. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Deck for 3, no good. Rebound Schmidt. Now Finau's gonna bring it up the floor. Finau stops her dribble, gets some help from San Antonio. Inside, bodies on the ground, taken away by Deck. It's still there, scooped up by Lombard and the Lady Jacks. Now she's gonna circle back out, giving her team time to hustle back down the floor. 45-40, the runner skips off the rim and in. 2 more for Harrison. 47-40, Harrison now with 14 in the game. Shot by Wu, and the foul. I think it will be on Johnson. And it will be Ayanna Johnson. That's gonna be her 3rd personal foul. Finau and Calhoun come out. Barros and Clayman back in for head coach Jared Olson and the Lancers. Looks like SFA will make a move as well as Johnson comes out. She makes way for Kirsten Harden, seeing her first minutes of the second half. Harden with 4 points and 3 rebounds in the first half. So 1:08 on the clock. Dorcas Wu at the free throw line for California Baptist. Lady Jacks up by 7. Wu at the free throw line with a chance to cut into that lead. First one for Wu is good. And now Wu's up to double digits, 10 points in the game. Knocks down both, Dorcas Wu. So as a comparison, SFA is 17 of 24 from the free throw line. CBU, 6 of 9. Lombard, Harden, defended by Schmidt, back out to Deck, up top to Harrison. Harrison with 14 right now, and again, she came off an 18-point performance and a tough loss at Grand Canyon the other night. 3 on the shot clock. Oh, with the shot clock winding down, the Lancers had the Lady Jacks right where they wanted them, but a foul on Trinity San Antonio. 40 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And San Antonio now with 4 personal fouls. Harrison at the free throw line for the Lady Jacks. First one is good. Harrison now with 15 in the game, the leading scorer for either team. One more coming up for Harrison. And she knocks down both. Harrison 6 of 6 from the stripe, and she will head to the bench for a quick breather, replaced by Angel Scott. 7-point lead for SFA. San Antonio up the floor. San Antonio pulls up for the short jumper. It's good for Trinity San Antonio. Makes it 49-44. San Antonio now with 7 points in the game. Not her best shooting night, just 2 of 12 from the floor. And SFA is going to wind this clock down as much as they can. 5 now on the shot clock. And a foul on the Lady Jacks. It's going to be on Kirsten Harden. So CBU gets the ball back with 4.8 seconds. So one more look coming up for the Lancers here. Trailing by 5. Clayman into a streaking San Antonio. San Antonio is in time and draws the foul. So San Antonio will go to the free throw line with 1 second to go here in the third quarter. Great job by San Antonio to attack the rim. And there was Harden. So Johnson is in and Harden is out. Harden with 3 personal fouls. Excuse me, 4 personal fouls. Johnson with 3, Harden with 4. San Antonio at the free throw line. Makes the first. 8 points for San Antonio. Second free throw coming up. And that one rattles out. And that's it. There's the horn to end the third quarter. And SFA outscores the Lancers 19-11 in the frame, and they lead by 4 as we head to the fourth. We'll be back on ESPN+.
At Magnolia, we've been around so long because we're always on the cutting edge. Let Magnolia help you modernize your comfort with our new all-electric, ultra-efficient comfort systems. Magnolia Heating and Cooling, trusted in Riverside since 1951.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process, you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
Take a look at the CBU bench. Lancers trailing by 4 as we fast forward to the fourth quarter. The Lancers outscored by the Lady Jacks 19-11 in the third quarter to take the lead here into the fourth. It was a 34-30 lead for CBU at halftime, but the Lancers went a little bit cold in that third frame, scoring just 11 points, 0 for 4 from three-point land. See if they can remedy that here in the final frame of regulation. SFA ball to open up the fourth. Deck into Scott. And here we go. Lombard. Deck plays it inside to Brittingham. Down low, Johnson gets the bucket. Nice pass from post player to post player. 51-45. San Antonio up top to Clayman. Over to Wu. Back to Clayman. Over to Wu. She's going to try the three. No good. Offensive rebound. Grace Schmidt gets tangled up with Kyla Deck. Jump ball. We'll stay on this end with the Lancers. 9:25 on the clock. CBU trailing by 6. The steal by Scott. Sent to the floor. No foul on the play. Lombard to Deck here on the wing. Back to Lombard. Plays it into the post to Brittingham. Back out to Scott on the opposite wing for three. And Angel Scott hits again. That is her third three of the game. Makes it 54-45, and that matches the largest lead of the game for the Lady Jacks. San Antonio for three. That one is good, and Trinity San Antonio connects from deep for the first time tonight. San Antonio now with 11 points in the game after her first three-pointer. Johnson over to Deck. Going to her right across the free throw line. Back out to Scott. 8 on the shot clock. Johnson on the wing. Sets the pick for Scott. She'll drive inside. Now to her right. Blocked by Barros. Brittingham has it. And there's a whistle on the play. It might be on San Antonio. Oh, they say she stepped out of bounds. It'll be CBU basketball. Oh, they're going to say CBU had the ball, went out of bounds with only 1 second left on the shot clock. So it'll be SFA ball, no foul on the play as Trinity San Antonio took a big sigh of relief. The pass into Lombard did not hit the rim. Here we go with CBU back the other way, 48-54. 6-point game. Barros to Schmidt. San Antonio to Wu. Inside to Grace Schmidt in the post. Puts it up with the right. No good. Battle for the rebound. Scott has it. San Antonio having to be careful on those plays. Deck takes it inside and draws the foul. 7:38 on the clock here in the fourth.
Foul call against Lancer, number 1, Dorcas Wu. That's her third personal. First team.
Substitution. Harrison returns.
Jordan Harrison back in
And
for Stephen F.
Barrington for CBU. Barrington with 11 points and 5 rebounds tonight.
Lady Jazz. Number 12, Kyla Deck.
Deck at the free throw line, looking for her first points in this game. It's the first free throw. SFA now 20 of 27 from the free throw line. They have been on that stripe all night long. Second one is also good for Deck.
Back in for Lancer, number 12, Nene Calhoun.
Calhoun is in for Clayman. Calhoun with no points so far in this game and just 1 assist. Trying to find her way to impact this game here in the fourth quarter. Still time, 7.5 to play. San Antonio, her pass picked off. Harrison, San Antonio's gonna have to be careful here. Harrison puts up the shot and it is good as San Antonio wisely backs off, and a timeout called by Jared Olson and the Lancers. We will take a quick break here in Riverside. SFA up by 10. We'll be right back.
When your heating and air conditioning system stops working, how do you know who to call? Call one of those big corporations and you're just a number. But at Magnolia Heating and Cooling, we treat everyone like family. That's because we're family owned and based here in Riverside. Your neighbors trust Magnolia Heating and Cooling, and we've earned a great reputation over the years. Call to experience the Magnolia difference.
For any heating and cooling repair, call 1-800-2GET-AIR.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
Conventional wisdom says breakfast is the most important meal. But at Provider Food Services, we believe that every meal you enjoy with us is the most important meal. Voted number 1, this ideal drives us to bring you curated, chef-driven cuisine and composed meal experiences every single time. Whether you're dining with us or partnering with us, we want to give you the best and safest experience. So in these busiest of days, let's always enjoy the most important meal.
Welcome back, everyone. Kinsley Barrington and CBU trailing by 10 here in the fourth quarter with 7:18 to go. Ironically, Barrington and the Lancers actually lead the Western Athletic Conference in free throws per game. They average about 15. But right now, SFA with 28 free throws. And we're not done yet. They are 21 of 28 from the line. And CBU 7 of 11. Trinity San Antonio's got 11 points and 4 assists. But she does have the 4 personal fouls. The only time they met last season was in Texas as Stephen F. Austin came away with a 79-62 victory. As we mentioned, it's the Lady Jacks' first trip to Riverside. 7:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lancers will have the ball from the baseline, trailing by 10. It's the largest lead for Stephen F. Austin. Big second half for the Lady Jacks. They outscored CBU 19-11 in the third quarter, as we mentioned. But here to start the fourth quarter, they've also outscored the Lancers by a clip of 9-3. So a big second half for Stephen F. Austin. Hence the 10-point lead. Calhoun has it for CBU. Barros up top to San Antonio. Back out to Barros, the drive and the kick. There's San Antonio for 3. Offensive rebound, Wu. Back out to Calhoun. She puts it in drive. Pass over to Barrington from around the free throw line. Jumper is good for Kinsley Barrington. She's up to 13. That leads the Lancers. 58-50. Coach Olson clapping him on, encouraging the Lancers. It's an 8-point game. Looking for a defensive stop here against SFA. Harrison nearly lost control. Now Deck has it for the Lady Jacks. 10 on the shot clock. Scott around the pick from Brittingham, and an offensive foul that will be on Avery Brittingham, who is setting the screen. Ball goes back to CBU. Calhoun with Scott defending. Calhoun directing traffic. Barrow circles back to the outside on the wing. Back to Calhoun. Calhoun driving inside. Takes it right at Johnson. Tough basket. And Calhoun gets it to fall. 58-52. The Lancers continuing to chop down that Lady Jacks lead, but there's Brittingham with an answer for SFA. 60-52, Brittingham with a tough bucket. She's got 8. Pass back out to Calhoun. 5.5 to go. The pick from Scott. In transition, here come the Lady Jacks. Scott takes it all the way. The steal and the finish for Angel Scott. Scott now with 10 in the game. Calhoun with it over to Wu. Barros. And taken away by the Lady Jacks. Under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Scott for 3. That one's no good. Rebound Wu. And Johnson reaches in. We thought it was going to be a foul, but they're going to say a jump ball. It'll be Lady Jacks basketball when we come back with 4:50 to play. Stephen F. Austin up by 10.
What if you could spend your breaks living alongside other students, learning how to live every day like it's a new opportunity to share the life-changing hope of Jesus with anyone you meet? And what if in the process, you find your purpose, you find your calling, and this world that feels too big to change begins changing one life at a time through you? This is more than an experience. This is a new way of living. It's life on mission.
Conventional wisdom says breakfast is the most important meal. But at Provider Food Services, we believe that every meal you enjoy with us is the most important meal. Voted #1, this ideal drives us to bring you curated, chef-driven cuisine and composed meal experiences every single time. Whether you're dining with us or partnering with us, we want to give you the best and safest experience. So in these busiest of days, let's always enjoy the most important meal.
Popping like the top off a bottle and I ain't stopping yet. Baby, it's a brand new day. Ain't no cloud singing over me. Something doesn't feel the same. The rest of my life gonna start today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The rest of my life.
Introducing bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Doctors who care for you and about you. It's the Riverside Medical Clinic way. We're physician-owned. That means medicine is always practiced in a way that benefits the patient first. Incredible care is waiting at one of our 7 locations near you. Come feel the difference. We are Riverside Medical Clinic.
When your heating and air conditioning system stops working, how do you know who to call? Call one of those big corporations and you're just a number. But at Magnolia Heating and Cooling, we treat everyone like family. That's because we're family owned and based here in Riverside. Your neighbors trust Magnolia Heating and Cooling, and we've earned a great reputation over the years. Call to experience the Magnolia difference.
For any heating and cooling repair, call 1-800-2-GET-AIR.
Welcome back to Riverside. Kinsley Barrington with 13 points to lead CBU. 6 of 11 from the floor. She also has 5 rebounds as well. Big night for Barrington from off the Lancer bench. They'll need a little bit more from her if they're going to erase this 10-point deficit right now to Stephen F. Austin. Scott swings it to her right. There is Deck for 3. That one won't go. Offensive rebound, Brittingham. Brittingham, I should have mentioned this a long time ago, 18 rebounds in this game. And there's Scott, left open. She's going to try the 3, and she sinks it for SFA, and now that lead is up to 13, 65-52. Scott does it again. The Lancers trying not to fade down the stretch here. Calhoun driving inside. Scoop lane won't go. Barrington comes in, but that taken away by Deck, and last touch by CBU. It'll be SFA basketball. 3:49. San Antonio comes out. Brittany Clayman is back. San Antonio heads to the bench with 11 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. And it'll be a video review of that last play. 3:49 on the clock. Stephen F. Austin up 65-52. The reigning WAC champions. The call on the floor was last touched by CBU, so the ball was going back to the Lady Jacks. We'll see if that call stands up. SFA trying to bounce back after a tough loss against Grand Canyon, 74-70. For CBU, a couple of conference wins in a row put them at 3-1, and as we mentioned, just a game back of first place Southern Utah. But right now, time is running out on the Lancers, trailing by 13 in less than 4 minutes to go. Let's see, some quick math tells me that SFA has outscored CBU 35-18 in the second half. Lancers led, remember, at halftime. They led by 4. But just 18 points after the break so far for CBU. Harrison, Brittingham puts it up and in. Brittingham now with a double-double, 10 points, 18 rebounds. Down inside to Barrington, and the foul. So a 9-0 run right now for SFA, pushing that lead up to 15. Inside to Barros, the basket and the foul. Felipa Barros. Nice set piece off the inbound play. And Barros heads to the free throw line. Barros with her first points in this game. Free throw is no good. Rebound, you guessed it, Brittingham, number 19. Hands it off the deck. Back up top to Harrison. Jordan Harrison, only a freshman out of Oklahoma City, but so composed, running the point tonight for the Lady Jacks. Leads them in scoring with 18. Shots no good. Battle for the loose ball. Deck has it. Harrison over to Scott on the wing. Inside, Johnson. Basket and the foul for Ayanna Johnson. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, so the basket is good. There was a foul committed by Felipa Barros, but then a technical foul on Ayana Johnson.
After the play, foul called against Lady Jacks, number 21, Ayana Johnson.
So Johnson is going to shoot her foul shot. So the basket is good. Johnson with a foul shot, and then the technical on Johnson. And that one will not fall in for Johnson. So now let's see who's going to shoot for the Lancers. It looks like Dorcas Wu is heading down the floor. And Dorcas Wu will shoot for CBU. And she hits the first. And the second for Wu is no good. $69-55 after all of that. Lancer ball with under 3 minutes to play. Barrington sets the pick. Clayman to Calhoun. Calhoun drives inside. Back out to Dorcas Wu. Deep three on the way. It's good for Dorcas Wu. The top three-point shooter on the season for the Lancers dials up for 3 more. She's got 15 points, 4 of 8 from three-point land. Lancers trailing by 11, though. They'll need a couple more of those and some defensive stops. Calhoun gets her hands on the basketball, jump ball, and it will be California Baptist. So you're telling me there's a chance. Lancers get the ball back, 2:20 to play. Into Calhoun. Now the Lancers obviously will have to play with some urgency here. Time is not their friend. Wu will try another three. That one is no good. A rebound deck. And the foul on Barros. 2:10 on the clock. SFA ball from the baseline. Into Harrison. Harrison up ahead to Deck. Kyla Deck double team, passes out of it to Brittingham. Brittingham goes right back to Deck. And as you would expect, SFA going to take their time on this possession. There's 12 on the shot clock. Oh, Johnson wants to go to work. That one won't go. The follow-up is good for Johnson. We saw this just moments ago, and if we see the replay, that was a very difficult shot. I'm not even sure how she got that off, but she did and got the foul. Check it out on the follow-up attempt. Just kind of flings it up there. It falls in for Johnson. To the free throw line for Johnson. She's got 21 points. And hits, make that 22. Now 72-58 SFA. Calhoun brings it up for CBU. Barros up top to Clayman, over to Calhoun. Someone's gonna have to shoot a three. Calhoun back out to Clayman, she'll do it. That three no good. Rebound Brittingham, and that is number 20. 20 boards in this game for Avery Brittingham. We're approaching 1 minute here in Riverside as SFA appears to be on track to win their first ever trip to Riverside as Brittingham gets the basket and the foul. 74-58, Stephen F. Austin. A dominant second half by the Lady Jacks. Brittingham at the free throw line. She's got 12 points in this game, 8 of them on free throws. That one no good. Lancers have it. Calhoun up the floor. Driving, dishing, there's Barros. She'll try the three, and Felipa Barros hits 74-61 with under a minute to play. CBU's 9th three-pointer in this game. The steal by Barrington over to Wu. She'll take it inside, puts the shot up, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Dorcas Wu. And that's going to be number 5, so Dorcas Wu, her evening is done. Dorcas Wu checks out 15 points in this game. 9 rebounds, a couple blocks, a couple steals for Dorcas Wu. And we got a timeout with 46 seconds to play, called by the Lady Jacks. (74-61), Stephen F. Austin in control. They've outscored the Lancers 44-27 here in the second half. It was 19-11 in the third quarter, and now 25-16 here in the fourth. The Lancers owned a 4-point lead at halftime, but could not hold on. Here in the second half, Stephen F. Austin shooting 47% from the floor. Lady Jacks with the basketball. Up by 13. Brittingham back out to Deck. Three-pointer is good for Kyla Deck. 77-61. The shot clock and the game clock are virtually the same. Barrington for three, and she hits. Barrington has certainly been a bright spot in this game. (77-64). And the foul with 20 seconds to go. So Angel Scott will go to the free throw line for SFA with 20 seconds to go. 77-64 the score. Barrington with 15 and Dorcas Wu also with 15, who is fouled out. Scott hits. Looks like we might have, and we will have, some substitutions here for the Lady Jacks. Nelson and Lombard and Scott getting ready to check in. Brianna Scott checking in. Angel Scott checking out. Johnson, Brittingham all checking out right now for SFA. 79-64. Lancers with the ball. Clayman going inside, passes back out to Barros for three. It's short, going out of bounds with 6 seconds to go. (79-64), SFA in front, and here come the final seconds of this game. The Lady Jacks will improve to 3-1 in the WAC as they storm back in the third and fourth quarters to get this win in Riverside. Their first trip here to the CBU Event Center, and SFA comes out victorious. 79-64 the final score. They outscored the Lancers 19-11 in the third, 30-18 in the fourth, and check out this stat. The Lady Jacks went to the free throw line 33 times tonight, making 24 of those shots. The Lancers will fall to 7-9 overall, 3-2 in the Western Athletic Conference. They'll be back in action, well, a week from tonight. We'll see if the Lancers can get back on track, get another conference win, as they invite Seattle University to town. That is Thursday, January 19th, again, a week from tonight, right here at the CBU Events Center. So thanks for watching. My name is Pep Fernandez saying so long from Riverside, California, where the final score is Stephen F. Austin 79, California Baptist 64. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.